Hello, everybody. We're back. We're back. You guys have been... Oh, that's a legendary. What a start. If you guys have been over on the second channel, we did a stream over there earlier today. And now we're here on the main channel doing essentially my second stream of the day. And then we've got another video coming out at 6 p.m. Pacific Standard Time. So just a whole bunch of crow content coming at you hot. It has been a lot of fun just going out and blasting Red Deer, then heading over to the second channel and doing Tarkov and stuff, then back over to Red Deer and things. It's been good. Been having a fun couple of days. Been having a lot of fun. Jaden, thank you for the 4 months. Welcome back. Hope you're doing amazing. How is everybody else? Raptor, Logan, Raid, Pro Gaming Hunts, Caden, Colin, Eli, Snaky, Texan Boy, Typical JC, Bebop, we got Caden, we got Evan, we got Soul. How's everybody doing? Hopefully you're all doing fantastic. No respawn there. Ah, let me out! No respawn, eh? Oh well. Yeah, we did some Escape from Tarkov on the second channel earlier with CJO. And it was quite a fun time. CJO is getting super addicted to that game. That was a good time. Did a bunch of Red Deer hunting last night. And we've got a video because of that coming out soon. It trolled! Wow. This rack does not troll that often. The chances of this rack trolling is probably like 1% or something, and we just had that happen. This is so rare. It's so rare that this will troll. That's crazy. What if I told you this isn't even the worst troll I've had with this rack before? Back on our Tiawaroa grinds, I'm pretty sure I had one that scored like maybe 248, 249. Nice, Garrett. Nice, dude. Hope you have some good luck, man. Hey, AT Gaming. How's it going? Southern Tree Rat. What's up, dude? Hope everybody is doing phenomenal. Nothing there. Oh, it did, Ronnie? That's rough, dude. That's rough. You got a 246 of that rack. Holy crap, dude. That is insanity. Absolute insanity, man. Nice, Garrett. Nice. That is pretty sick, dude. We got a mythical there. And a troll. Okay, that's the same rack, but it's on a mythical. Honestly, a good-looking bunch of Red Deer. I just would prefer that they were not the troll rack, and then that there. Why couldn't you guys be, like, all diamonds? Could you imagine that? 3 diamonds at this zone? That'd be crazy. That would be insane. Oh, yeah, Bebop. What was the last great one you saw me get? What number were we at before? Yeah, maybe, Soccer Bros. Maybe. I hope so. That'd be amazing. 241 on that mythical. And 239 on the legendary. Pretty bad when a mythical scores higher than a legendary. That's crazy, Springy. That's crazy. Oh, it's like my 3rd or 4th fallow? Oh, gotcha, Bebop. So you missed a bunch of moose and stuff then as well. Yeah, we got a bunch of moose. We got... Oh, that's a new 4. You know, I'm going to leave that 4 for now. We'll leave it. But yeah, we ended up getting probably like 3... No, it's 2. We got 2 moose since then. And 5 other fallow, I think. 2 moose, 5 fallow. We got the bear great one. And we got... I think that's it. Yeah, I think that's what we've got since then. which is a lot of stuff. Gotcha, E-Plays. Gotcha. How's it going, dude? Wait, were you by any chance did you by any chance have a membership on the channel, E-Plays, or were you gifted one at any point? Because I was going through, like, my current channel members the other day, trying to see who was the longest channel member. And I saw one account that said, this account has been terminated. So I'm curious if maybe that was your account. There we go. 2 more down. You have to unlock the perks for it, Valley Outdoors. You go to the perks, and then I believe it's in rifle perks. Yeah, right here. Muscle memory. Unlocks ability to ready your next shot without leaving aim mode for rifles, shotguns, and handguns. So you get it pretty early. That was mine. I actually had to delete it because of some stupid phone crap. Oh, got you, Jax. Got you. That makes sense. I was curious. I was like, wait a second. One of my members had their account just, like, deleted or suspended or something. That makes sense. Okay. That is unfortunate. That is unfortunate. Red Deer Diamond was 270 plus. Nice, dude. That's insane. That's really good. Nothing over there. I just follow some of the guides I've got on the channel, RJ. I've got a ton of guides that teach you how to get diamonds and stuff. Would definitely recommend checking some of those out because they guide you through a lot of different ways that you can get diamonds in the game. I've got a full playlist that includes like all the guides and stuff. Should help you out quite a bit. What perk is the fast hands? I believe it's called Lightning Hands, and it's in the shotgun category, I want to say. I think it's in shotgun category. When you get back to... Wait. Not sure if you were talking to me. Crown, when you come back to USA, I live in Pennsylvania. I'd like to take you on a spot for hunt for deer. Kill at least 2 deer there every year. Oh, I live in the US. I'm not out of the US. I live over in Oregon. Hey, Death, how's it going? There's that beautiful mythical. Oh, dude, I'm sorry to hear that, Tree Rat. I hope everything goes well for her. What do you think your next grind will be? I got an idea of what it will be. Now, first of all, I think at some point we'll return to the bear grind. At least, like, do a little bit more bear hunting, even if we don't get the Great One Bear. I'd like to at least work towards it a little bit in the future. But something else that I want to do is get back to a Tiawaroa Red Deer grind, because I remember the Tiawaroa grind, we were able to take it a lot further than this one because the red deer are in smaller areas. Like, you don't have to hunt as wide of an area on Tiawaroa, so it'll be super easy to manage down really far. So once we get a Great One or two off of Emerald, we'll probably do some red deer grinding on Tiawaroa just because you can make those grinds like 10 times more insane. I want to see if we can get it to like an insane point, because I've got a theory that maybe herd management works better if you take it to a more extreme state. Because I'm seeing, you know, like iBuy with his bears and a couple other people that have their bear herd management like super, super far. They get great ones way more consistently than I do in my grind, and way more consistently than most people grinding bears. So I'm curious if maybe taking it to the maximum extreme might be how you get the great ones to pop quick. I don't know. It's hard to say, but we're never going to know if we don't try it out. I mean, we've kind of seen it with my fallow deer. I feel like they are one of the most consistent grinds I've ever been on. And our herd management is so far in that grind. So I think it could be a cool experiment to see if we can get our Tiabaroa map to just produce great ones like crazy. It could be quite fun. And also, I kind of want to try and get a red deer and fallow deer great one on the map at the same time. Like, try to get a red deer to spawn, and then try to get a fallow deer to spawn as well, and then shoot them both in the same day. I think that could be a lot of fun. It might take a long time to do, but I want to try it at least. Oh, we've been doing good, Raptor. A lone wolf with the diamond badge. One of our only 3-year members. There's only 2 people on the channel that have been a member for 3 years. Lone wolf and then my buddy David. That is crazy. One of the only people to have that beautiful badge right now. And speaking of that, Lone Wolf, thank you for the 36 months, man. Welcome back. Holy dude. It's crazy to think you've been a member for 3 years. Virtually the second I got memberships on the channel, you became one. That's just wild, man. That's so crazy. Your fallow are consistent, one run, we are the next. Yeah, that happens. I've had that happen quite a bit with fallow deer. There's just an occasional run where they're just a little weird. It seems to happen to most people. One thing I've also noticed with the fallow deer is sometimes they'll spawn in different zones than what they did the previous run. So, for example, let's say I can use red deer for an example because they do it as well. I have a lot of zones where, like, one run they'll have 2, the next run they'll only have 1, then another run later they'll have 2, then there'll be a run where they've got none there. And it seems like there's probably, as far as I can tell, like 30% of my respawns that I'm shooting end up bouncing between all the zones I'm hunting. Like, they don't have a specific zone they go back to, they just go back to one of the zones that I've been hunting. I don't know why, but that just seems to be the way it is. Do ground blinds work for grinding? Yes, they do. That's why I'm using the waterfowl blinds. They act the same as a tripod, except you can place them closer to a tent than the tripods can be. And so for some grinds, provided like... Ooh, there's a mythical. For some grinds, provided you're able to get like a flat area where there's not going to be like hills and stuff in your way, you can pretty reliably get a nice clear field of view and have a stand or a blind that you can get into really quickly, and it saves a lot of time. They're broken. Hello? We broke the red deer. Doesn't surprise me, man. There's no limits on it, Kenny. There's no limits on getting monetized on YouTube. They don't, like, make you have a time limit. Just keep at it, dude. Just keep at it consistently. Post every day. Try to stream every day if you're able to. And it'll all come around. Oh, by the way, guys, since there's almost every time I reset the time, there's axis deer or some kind of, like, feral hog or something, I've just been blasting some of them as well. Because maybe if we're lucky, we'll get, like, a diamond respawn from a pig or an axis deer. That'd be kind of like a cool little bonus to get along the grind. Oh. Yeah, we broke the deer. We broke them already. Thank you, Soccer. Appreciate it. And yes, memberships are 99 cents a month. They're 100% optional, though. It's just like an extra way to support the channel, while also getting like some emotes and a few extra videos and stuff in return. Yeah, the access tier are really cool, especially the rare ones. The rares look really, really good after they did that fur rework with the Emerald Coast update. We're now at 1,970 kills on the grind. Man. We're approaching 2,000. Crazy. We are deep into the grind. Gold perch mission on Norway is killing me. Ooh, unfortunate, man. Unfortunate. Yeah, some of the missions take a little bit longer than others, I've noticed. I believe in you, though. I believe in you, man. You got this. I may not be able to speak properly sometimes, but you know what I mean. I believe in you. You got this. Oh. Oh, that poor thing. He got demolished. Almost 1,700 into fallow number 4 and still nothing. Ooh, unfortunate, Sam. How you doing? Hope you're doing good. How do I find my zones? Any tips? Just set the time to their drink time. Go to ProXCK's Discord. And he should have like a zone maps channel. Follow his Red Deer zone map. And just go to all the places that it says they can be. And every time you, like, go through an area, once you get to the end of it, reset the time and go back in the other direction. That way, any of the herds that you may have missed, you'll end up seeing the second time around. Hey, Country Kid. Oh, yeah, the second channel's a lot of fun, man. We have a lot of fun over on Scarecrow Uncut. For those that are not familiar with our second channel, you guys will get a little taste of it in today's Call of the Wild video. In the intro, I've got about like 20 seconds of like just action-packed clips from the one of the streams we did a couple days ago on the second channel. So you'll get a little quick like tidbit of it in today's Call of the Wild video. Not too much though. I didn't want to annoy people that only are there for Call of the Wild, you know. That'll give you an idea of what you can expect on the second channel. Do you shoot or leave the solos? If you're herd managing, you want to kill the solos. And in fact, I would focus those as early as you can, because they're really annoying otherwise. If you're not doing herd management, you don't have to shoot the solos. Hey, NBS, how's it going, dude? I hope you're doing good. Can I do a Leighton Lakes video soon? Potentially. I'm really focused on this Red Deer grind at the moment. I just want this great one to show up. I need this thing to show up. So I've been trying to make, like, all my Call of the Wild time be this Red Deer grind. Just because I want to get this done. But we might mix it up a little bit in the future, in the near future. We shall see. What a weird level 6. Kinda cool, though. Nice, Sam. I'm doing pretty good as well. I don't know if you've got to watch any of the second channel streams, Sam, but I've been having a blast just playing Tarkov. It has been a nice nice adventure returning to the game after not playing for like 7 months or something. What is the easiest great one? I would say probably fallow deer. Now keep in mind, there is no easy great one, right? But fallow are probably the easiest because they most consistently will give you short grinds. You still will get long grinds with fallow deer, but more often than not, you'll have short ones. So I'd say they're definitely the easiest one. Yeah, at the end of the day, no great one is technically easy. Can you explain to me, Crow, about HM, but also can you call me ePlays or Gaming E? Either of your choosing. I'll probably just call you E. I think E is probably the easiest, if that's okay. But yeah, herd management is essentially you just leave the low levels and kill the high levels. So for Red Deer, to simplify it, just shoot level 5 and above and leave level 4 and below. If you want to get advanced with it, you can try to make sure that those 4s are only appearing in the zones that you don't like. And then if they show up in a good zone that you like, you'll end up killing them. But the general idea is just kill the 5s and above and leave the 4s and below on a Red Deer grind, at least. For something like fallow deer, you would leave the 2s and 1s, as well as small 3s. For whitetail, you would leave the 1s only, etc., etc. Most of the time, if it's got the same level as one of the ones I just mentioned, it's probably very similar. Oh no, Caitlin. You hate to see it. How you doing, though? I hope you're doing good. Been watching them. It's super fun to watch. Yeah, I thought I had seen you in the chat a couple days ago, but I wasn't sure if you watched the other ones as well. Yeah, it's been a lot of fun. It's been a lot of fun. And I'm just happy that CJO is getting addicted to it, because that means I got a buddy to play with. And Nate's been getting back into it too, so I got a second buddy to play with. It's been great having Nate and CJO to play with. It's a lot of fun. And then Kevin's been jumping in and chatting with us a little bit sometimes too. Always fun. Just made my last bush apple light into a mule with caramel vodka and cider. Holy crap, that sounds incredible, Caitlin. That sounds insane. My gosh. How am I? Oh, I'm doing great. Just having so much fun. Oh, gotcha, Sam. Gotcha. Huh? That the 4 I was leaving? Yeah, it's definitely the 4 I was leaving. All right, we got some pigs here. Might as well go boop. I've just been blasting all these pigs and stuff, trying to see if we can get a good pig respawn. Because even if I don't claim them, they're still going to respawn. So maybe we'll get a diamond pig out of it. You never know. Oh, nice, Caitlin. Oh, gotcha, Sam. I hope you're doing better now. How to get the channel membership? There should be a button next to the sub button that says join. If you don't see that, there's also a link in the description of the stream, as well as a command that one of the moderators can bring up. Nothing there. This is close enough. Let's just grab this pig right here. Hey, little feller. Boom. Yes, Blue. It can happen on pretty much any grind. Usually there's like one of 3 things that has happened. Either some of those males move to one of your other zones that you're hunting. You may find another zone that has more than normal. 2, it's possible that they just have not respawned yet and they're a little bit delayed. Or 3, they've moved to another spot that you're not currently hunting. It could be any of those. Really, the only way to know is to check all the things I just mentioned to see if any of those is true for you. Oh no, NBS. It happens, man. Was yours a gifted? I'm assuming it's probably a gifted. Hit that sandbar as well. See if we can get a sandbar respawn going. Oh, it's unfortunate, Lone Wolf. It happens, man. It happens. Another 4 solo out of zone I abandoned. Oh no, Caitlin. Yeah, that's why you gotta like go for those solos as early as possible. They're so rough. I made the mistake of like not managing all the solos immediately. And yeah, I was chasing them for a while. Oh, got you, MBS, got you. Is it bad if you only have lower level red deer? That just means your bigger ones are at other parts of the map. You'll have big red deer regardless. It's just like some will have more than others. You might be missing the areas where the big ones are. Few possibilities there. Oh, ma'am. No, 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 no. I hit the female. We don't want that. And another. Oh, no. Oh, gosh. Emerald Coast equals super rare? I hope so. That'd be nice. We could get a super rare right now. That'd be... I mean, to be fair, though, we've had such good luck on this grind. I don't expect to get another super rare. You know the thing that kind of sucks? There's unfortunately like such a bad problem with people modding and cheating on PC that I kind of hope that I don't get another super rare this soon, because immediately I'm going to get called a cheater. So I hope I don't get another super rare anytime soon. Just for that reason. Because unfortunately there's a lot of people that don't know what herd management is. They don't realize that it increases diamond spawns by like a massive amount. Therefore increasing your chances at super rare. So I hope I don't get another super rare anytime soon, to be honest. At least for like another 2 or 3 weeks. I would, however, like to get this freaking great one to show up. The great ones are just being stubborn. What super rare did I get latest? We got an albino diamond red deer. It was max weight as well, which was just crazy. I think it was like, what, 4 or 5 days ago? Okay, nice. We got them both? Yeah, it was insane, Country Kid. Yeah, I posted the video on it yesterday, but we got it a few days before that in a stream. Oh, also, guys, I finally got the solo that was here to turn into a 4. So that's pretty sweet. He ended up spawning on the river in the area. I did a couple runs throughout the river to check for any stragglers. And I found a new solo 4, so I'm assuming it was the one that we were shooting there. Or it could have been the one that we were shooting from down here. Either way, we've got a new 4, which is amazing. Now, if only I could get, like, the... like, 10 to 20 other solos that we've been chasing around before I took down that part of the grind. If only we could get those to be low levels, that'd be amazing. Best Whitetail Great One grind map? There's a couple that are really good, depending on what you want. I prefer Leighton Lakes, but Rev on Thule Coast is a fan favorite. Essentially, if you want less brush, go to Rev on Thule Coast. But if you want like a lower, like a smaller amount of places that you have to search, but in turn there's a little bit more brush, then I would choose Leighton Lakes. I'd say Leighton is the fastest map to herd manage if you're doing whitetail. Rev on Thule is probably the best if you're not herd managing. But Rev is also really good for herd management. I just see Leighton being a little bit better personally. But it really comes down to preference between those two maps. Not sure, Country Kid VR. Essentially, like for alligators, it's really just go to the coast and then the river, and that will be the majority of your gator spawns. I'll be honest, I have not hunted gators at all since they changed the behaviors of them, so I wouldn't even be in position to make a good guide on it. I'd have to kind of learn them. see what they've changed about them, see if they still behave the same or similar. Ten kills away from 2,000. Glad you like it, TTK. Yeah, that's the 3-year badge. That is the badge for the 3-year members. I tried to make it mimic kind of like a diamond. It's a similar color to like a diamond in Minecraft. And then I did like a bit of like lens flare over the eyes of the Scarecrow logo to kind of make it look like the eyes are glowing. I thought that'd be a cool thing for the 3-year badge. So far, it looks like everybody that's mentioned it has enjoyed it. Oh no, Johnny, that's not good. Do you think the electronic collar is overpowered? No, not in the slightest. From what we've seen, I don't think it is. In fact, I've heard a lot of people say the exact opposite. I've heard a lot of people say that it's just not going to be useful for them. So it's hard to say, like... Hard to say how many people will actually use it. What's wrong with Rancho and Whitetail grinds? It's just kind of like a middle-of-the-road map for Whitetail. It's not the greatest, and it's also not the worst. It's just kind of in the middle. So you don't really hear a lot of people talk about it. Like, for example, Rancho used to be the best map in the game for Whitetail. But then they did an update to it to where the Whitetail can be in more places than before. And they're also at lakes that are harder to hunt than they used to be. There are a lot of lakes that are very hilly and brushy, and it's really hard to, like, hunt them efficiently. Which is why you just don't see a lot of people doing Rancho Whitetail grinds anymore. Because sadly, it's just not as good as it used to be. And to be honest, I miss the days of Rancho being the best Whitetail map. Because, man, back before they changed it, it was so good for Whitetail. It was a blast to hunt them there. Hey, Sketchy King. So far, just a couple of trolls. No diamonds yet. 2 trolls, though. And one of them trolled by less than 1 point, which was sad. Because it was a rack that normally doesn't troll. Think they need to disable grinds for like 4 months to make actual hunting content? Or you could keep playing the game the way that you like, and I'll keep playing it the way that I like. Just like the developers intended. It's almost like it's a video game, and you can play it however you feel fit. Isn't that just crazy? Isn't that just absolutely insane? If you want to be forced to play realistically, just go play Way of the Hunter or the Hunter Classic. And I'll just keep playing the way that I enjoy playing. No worries, Max. I just hope you understand, like, how that comes off. You're essentially just telling me that I'm playing the game the wrong way and that I shouldn't play it the way I like. If Mule Deer got a Great One, what map would be the best for a Great One grind? To be honest, Mule Deer are one of the few species where I think all the maps that they can be on would be good. I think all of them would be good. Because, like, Silver Ridge is really good for Mule Deer. Rancho is great for Mule Deer. Parquet is really good for Mule Deer. So I think that would be one of those species where it wouldn't really matter what map you choose. Like, it's going to be good for Mule Deer. So I hope they do a Mule Deer Great One at some point, because that'd be one of the first grinds where you wouldn't be at a disadvantage, really, for picking, like, a specific map. I'd have so much fun with that. It would be such a good Great One. But do SRP if Mule Deer got a Great One? Dude, yeah, SRP would be fun. It definitely would. I kind of feel like I would do Parquet. Just because I've never done a Parquet grind. Turkey Great One would be cool, for sure. It would be tough, though. It'd be very tough to grind. But it'd be a completely different feel than anything else because they don't have drink zones. So it'd definitely give us something different. Yeah, no worries, Max. Like, it's fine, dude. It's fine. I just wanted to make sure you understood, like, how it came off as. But, I mean, I do other types of hunts as well on the channel. It's not all grinding. I just go through phases, like... Right now, I'm in a grinding phase. Probably in, like, a few weeks or something, I'll go into a challenge video phase or a multiplayer hunt phase. Like, I go through different phases. Do you think that whitetail need a model rework? I personally think the current model is kind of not horrible, but could use an update. Yeah, I do think they need a little bit of tweaks. They've done a few in the past. I think the biggest thing is a lot of people complain about the faces not looking realistic. I could say maybe that would need a little bit of a rework. The biggest thing with whitetail for me is I feel like the antlers need a rework. Except the great ones. The great ones look really good for the whitetail. But a lot of the diamonds and... Well, not necessarily the diamonds. The diamonds are supposed to be big and, like, extreme and massive looking, right? But we have so many level 2s that are 8x8s. That are, like, barely a gold. We definitely need more, like, 4x4 and 5x5 and 6x6 whitetail. Because we've got so many racks that are 7x7 and 8x8, which is just not realistic for whitetail. It's not realistic for, like, a mid-size whitetail to be an 8x8 always. So that's something I would like to see changed about whitetail. I'd like to see some of the mid-size antlers get tweaked a bit, and some of the smaller ones as well. I feel like the whitetail antlers are some of the most out-of-date antlers that we currently have for true racks. And it makes sense. It was, like, one of the first ones they did. In fact, I think it was literally the first one they did. What's harder, a red deer grind or a fallow deer? Oh, red deer for sure. Fallow deer is very easy compared to red deer. How many kills does it usually take to get the great one whitetail? From what I've seen, between 1,000 and 2,000. Usually on the higher end of that range, though. I think the majority of my whitetail grinds have been between 1,400 and 2,000. But I've had a decent bit that were sub 1,000 as well. Which is kind of why I say that the average is probably around like 1 to 2,000. That's a shootable, right? Oh yeah, that's the one we need to pop. Hey. You know what we're gonna do? You know what we're gonna do? We're gonna jump up there. Not gonna get the pressure reduction. Oh! Oh my gosh, we did! What? Dude. Oh, I didn't know that about these blinds. Holy crap. You can jump up on the edge and still get the pressure reduction. Oh, that is insane. You know what that means? You can prone. And probably still get hunting pressure reduction to steady your shot. Oh my gosh, that's insane. Dude, the waterfowl blinds just got a lot cooler. They were already really useful for grinds. But that's even more insane now. We may have just discovered the new meta for, like, grinding. Waterfowl blinds and standing on the edge of them. Holy. Now, the question is it consistent? Is it always going to give reduced pressure? Or will it depend on how far you are in or out of the blind when you're on the edge? Because I suppose if you got too far to the edge, maybe it's not going to give you reduction. We're going to have to test that with this next one. I think we may have just discovered the new meta. Because that fixes the problem of these not having enough elevation. Oh, there we go. Because the one problem with these blinds is that you're not elevated. But if you're on the edge, like this... All right, let's get out a little bit. I want to see if this will reduce it still. Because we're on the very outer edge. That did not. Okay, so... we got to make sure that we're on the inner edge. So yeah, if you're like this, you'll get pressure reduction. But if you're like on the outer edge like this, you won't. Good to know. Good to know. If you're still hidden, then it will reduce pressure. Oh, does it actually tell you in the bottom right when you're hidden? In a blind? I thought that was just for bushes. Yeah, we'll test it again. Let's see. Oh, yeah. Okay, so yeah. Just watch the bottom right, the little bubble that tells you if you're hidden. It does go to a solid line when you're in here. It's still a solid line. Oh, now it's a bubble. Now it's a solid line. Okay, perfect. Thank you so much for mentioning that, dude. Thank you for mentioning that, Ronnie. I did not realize that it showed it like that. That's insane. Jeez, super light pig. That's rough, man. Oh, hey. Oh, hey. Down he goes. Can't click. There we go. Also, we just hit 2,000 kills. 2,001 to be exact. 2,001 kills on the grind. Typical red deer, taking a long time to spawn. I very rarely get a grind under 3,000 for red deer, so I got a feeling it's going to be the same here. If I get it sub 3,000, I'll be so happy. How to get the mag flip? You have to have the lightning hands perk leveled up all the way. Later, Sam. Thank you for dropping by. Remember when I first got on Emerald Coast, saw a level 9 legendary roo as soon as I went to the first outpost and wondered and found a 9 legendary red deer drinking? Nice, dude. That's awesome. I like Rooster Cereal. I've played games with him a couple of times. He is quite a bit of fun. We've been talking about doing some more stuff in the future, but like it's just so tough to get like content made, like collabs made, because he lives 10 hours ahead of me. He lives in Germany, I believe, and I live over on the West Coast US, so like the time difference is crazy, which makes it tough to do content with him, unfortunately. If it was easier to like schedule things, we definitely would. We would definitely do it more. Why do you shoot behind waterfowl blinds? Because they're faster to get in and out of. And you can put them closer to the tent than you can a tripod. So for a grind, it's a lot more efficient to go straight into a blind. Because with the tripod, there's an animation of getting inside of it. And like, there's also like a certain distance you have to be away from your tent in order to place a tripod stand. Which the layout blind, or not layout blind, the waterfowl blind does not have that super long, like, distance limit for placing it. You can place it right next to the tent, which makes it a lot more efficient. Oh, why do I do it instead of, like, not using one? The reason I use them is for hunting pressure reduction. Whenever you're in a blind or a tripod stand or a tree stand, you end up getting like 75% reduced hunting pressure. So instead of 4 kills deleting a zone, it's more like 15 or something like that. I think it's 15. I know like 75% would mean that it would be like, or 75% reduction would mean that it would be like 16, but I think it is like 15 It's 15 or 16. Or no, maybe 16 deletes it. 15 is the most you can do without deleting it, I think. But yeah, either way, it gives you a massive reduction in hunting pressure. Which is why we use the stands or the blinds for grinding. Because it'll make it so that we won't have to watch the hunting pressure as closely. And worry about, like, accidentally deleting things. 7. We're on a bit of a dry streak. Obviously, you guys haven't seen the video yet because it hasn't been posted. It's like an hour and a half until it gets posted, but in that video, we were on an insane streak of, like, level 9s showing up. And of course, right before I ended that video, the streak ended. And now that we're streaming, we're getting really bad luck with 9s. Just par for the course. Par for the course. I think last stream that we did, we were on a dry streak as well. Oh, did not mean to shoot him. I did not mean to shoot that 3. Ay. How's it going, Zachy? We discovered something pretty OP. Like, really, really OP about the blinds. Thought the 8 mythical was a great one. Dude, for a split second, I did too because of how many tines he had on that rack. I was thinking to myself, like, holy crap, that's a lot of tines. Speaking of that, there he is. You ready for this, Zachy? You ready for this? I'm still hidden. And now I'm not. Now I'm hidden again? Not. So you can stand on the edge of the blind to shoot. As long as, like, the visibility icon is still a flat line, then you're still in the blind and will get hunting pressure reduction. Isn't that just amazing? This is going to change everything. Because the problem with these waterfowl blinds was the fact that there was no elevation, so I couldn't shoot over, like, tiny little hills like you could with a tripod. Now that's not a problem. Hey, Caleb, how's it going? What consoles can you play this game on? It's on Xbox One, it's on Xbox Series S and X, it's on PlayStation 4, PlayStation 5, and PC, of course. It's on pretty much all the major platforms. Want to start grinding? So what would be the best great one to start my first grind? I would say the best great one to go for your first grind is probably the fallow deer if you're hunting Tiabaroa. I gotta specify, Tiabaroa fallow deer is definitely the best starter grind. Fallow deer on other maps is going to be pretty difficult, but if you have Tiabaroa, fallow deer on that map is insane. It's so good. Now, if you only have the base game maps, I would recommend going for whitetail on Layton, because it's probably the best grind you can go on without having to purchase a DLC. Whitetail in general typically give you shorter grinds, and they're very, very plentiful on Layton. Hirsch fallow, oh yeah, obviously, definitely. 100%, for real, for real. No cap at all. Hirsch moose, obviously. Oh, duh. See, why didn't I think of that one? Of course it would be Hirsch moose. It's not a thing for those curious. You ever get bored of just doing this? Not really, no. And I think a lot of that is because I'm streaming it to you guys, and so I get to chat with you all while I'm doing it. That combined with the adrenaline rush when you see a great one just makes this never really get old for me. I mean, I'll get bored of a specific grind, but then I just start up a new grind and I'm no longer bored. I enjoy the rush of finding the crazy trophies, so for me, grinding, great one grinding is like the ultimate thing to do to keep me interested. Especially when you're herd managing, it just makes it a lot more interesting than if you're not. And I'm obviously speaking from the position of somebody who has played this game every single day for hours upon hours for the last 3.5 years making content on it. It's what keeps me from getting bored. I feel like I would get bored more if I didn't grind. In fact, I know for a fact I would get bored more if I didn't grind. There's only so much like running around for 3 hours and finding nothing that I can do in multiplayer before it gets boring. Latent lions are goated. Oh yeah, I love those latent legs lions, am I right? And those Medved Taiga Bantang, pretty great. Yeah, gators are good for money for sure. Nah, you love the moose, Zaki. You totally love the moose. There's a level 6. Let's just boop. Hey now. Don't be sitting back there. You know that's rude to hide from the hunter. Hiding from the person with the rifle is rude. We know this. You know what? Can I just... Ma'am, move your head. Ma'am, I said move your head. Actually, how did I hit her? Now that I think of it, how did I hit her? She was on the left side of the tree and I shot on the right side. Did she move as I shot? I'm gonna have to go back and watch that again. That was weird. That was really weird. The New England Mountain Gators. Oh yeah. We love those. You know the best of the best is, though? The best of the best is those Virunga Savannah Canada geese, you know? Well, back to the beginning of the run, because we had a main menu. Oh, hate to see it. Is it good to stack 5s, or should I just kill them all? You can stack them if you'd like to. See, the only purpose of stacking diamond potential animals is to try and like shoot down the map to low levels faster. And so if you want to stack 5s in your main zones, then I would say yes. Do not stack them if it's in an area that you plan to manage down. But if it's in a zone that you really like, that you plan to grind for the rest of your time grinding, then I would say you could probably stack it in there, and then once the rest of the map is managed down, shoot them all. Or shoot all the stacked 5s, I guess I should specify. But yeah, it's completely up to you if you want to stack or not. Stacking just kind of like speeds up the process of getting low levels a little bit. But it's not like detrimental to your grind if you don't, you know? It's not a necessity. Oi! We got him! That's true, Caitlin. Those Witchens are wild. Medved kangaroos. Now that's... why didn't I think of that? That's a great one. That's amazing. New Zealand grizzly bears, definitely. Latent reindeer. Oof, yes. Yes. Believe it or not, Revontuli could totally have had, reindeer. It would have been so nice if they had done that, because they can be there IRL. I would have loved to see reindeer on there. Is it reindeer or caribou? I think it's reindeer that can be in Finland. Either way, it would have been so cool to see them on Revontuli. That would have made that map even better. I mean, Rev is already my second favorite map in the game, but if it had reindeer, it would probably still be my #1 favorite. Possible to do HM without tents? It's possible to do it in like any scenario. The thing is, like, it may take a lot longer. but you can 100% do it without tents. You're just gonna have to do a lot of walking. A lot of running around the map and running from zone to zone. Aren't reindeer and caribou the same thing, though? Not completely, no. They're slightly different, but it's very minimal differences. It's very, very minimal differences. As far as I know, it's just like the body sizes, pretty much. Yeah, reindeer are a little bit more slender. Caribou are a little bit more stocky. And I think caribou have more fluff as well. Like, they got thicker fur. I think they're essentially the same thing, Zachy, but there's very, like, minor differences. I think it's really just... I think the differences are probably just because they're in different parts of the world. And so they end up, like, adapting to the climates. If I were to take a guess. Because I feel like if they were exactly the same, they would have done the same thing as, like, mountain lions and pumas, right? Because we have mountain lions and pumas in the game, and they look identical, because they are the same thing. But the reindeer and caribou in Call of the Wild look a little different. The only thing identical is their antlers. Obviously, I'm just speaking to what Call of the Wild has done. It could be wrong. But yeah, in-game, they have slight differences. Oh, that's right, we already shot the ones there. Over here we go. Johan, thank you for the 10 months. Welcome back. Hope you're doing amazing. The antlers that need new scoring. Yes, they need to be changed a little bit for sure. Aside from whitetail... Oh, we got the respawns from this little pig group, I think. Yeah, a couple more males there. I'm going to shoot these before we reset the time. I think we hit him. Oh, hit that one. But anyway, as I was saying, aside from whitetail needing a rework to their true Rex, I would say that reindeer / caribou and... Oh, that's a 5. Reindeer / caribou and bighorn are the others that really need a rework. Blacktail could use one as well, but I'd say they're not in need of it as badly as whitetail and caribou, reindeer, and bighorn. What gun am I using? I'm using the 338 bolt action. It's from the Hunter Power Pack DLC. How important is it to pick up 100% of your kills? According to Jaxie on the EW stream, when somebody asked him if they needed to claim everything to get a great one, what Jaxie said was that obviously they can't directly divulge the secrets of the game, but that people in the community have noticed that if you're not claiming your kills, it may take a lot longer to get your great one, or you may not get your great one. So it does appear you need to claim them. It's very important to claim as many of your kills as you can. And I've definitely seen that throughout the community as well. Like, a lot of people that do no claim sometimes get on, like, actually the majority of the time, they go 20,000 kills or more without seeing a single great one. The second they start claiming everything again, they end up getting their great one. So it's definitely something that is important to do. Definitely want to claim as much as you can. Nice, Reznov. That's awesome, dude. Why do the 7s look bigger than the 9s sometimes? It's a weird thing with how the scoring is in this game. Red Deer are scored very oddly. And I think because the beams are longer and the tip-to-tip spread is greater on a lot of the 9s, they end up scoring higher. It's just a weird thing with the scoring. Technically, some of these 7s, if they were scored by, like, real scoring, like the exact same way that they're scored in real life, some of these 7s would totally score close to what the diamonds would. But because their scoring system's a little bit strange for Red Deer, you end up getting some weird things like some of the 7s looking way better than 8s and 9s, etc. Want to start my Parquet Res back up and maybe HM? Ooh, Saki. That honestly would be pretty fun, I think. Johnny absolutely swears by Parquet Fernando Red Deer. Pretty sure he's managed to get a couple of his great ones off of Parquet, if I'm not mistaken. He says that, like, kind of once you figure out where everything is, it's, like, amazing for Red Deer. Oh, gosh, my shooting is not great today. No, I don't play Hunting Sim 2. I used to, but I stopped playing it because the developers abandoned the game and never delivered on a lot of the things they had promised. So I stopped playing it because I don't want to support those types of practices. Promising your community that you're going to fix the game up and update it, and then instead you release 2 DLCs and then 1 update and abandon the game completely. And they were 2 DLCs that none of the community was asking for either. So yeah, after they did that, I just stopped playing Hunting Sim 2. It's a shame because they had a really good base for the game. They could have made it really, really good, but they just chose to abandon it. Which it really didn't surprise me. They did that with their first Hunting Sim as well. Except with Hunting Sim 1, I think it was even worse. Because I think they literally released the game and released a DLC the same day. And then did like maybe 1 bug fix update and then never touched it again. Wonder whatever happened to American Marksman. They haven't put out an update, TTK. I don't know why. Like with American Marksman, I had a lot of high hopes for it, and I thought that they'd be updating the game more often, but they have not released a single update, which is crazy. And like they have a good for American Marksman, they have a good track record with their old games. They have a really good track record of updating them, making good games. Forgot what it was called, but it's like, I think it's called Off-Road Outlaws. Off-Road Outlaws was a racing game that they have. And because of how well they did with that game, a lot of people were thinking that American Marksman would get the same type of like consistent updates and improvements, but so far it hasn't got a single big update. But I just couldn't see them not updating it eventually because of their good track record with their other games. I feel like they will eventually get with the program. It's just strange how delayed it's been. And that's the only reason we haven't done any content on American Marksman is because there's nothing new to do. They haven't released any updates for it, sadly. Oh, nice, CTK. Yeah, I think Johnny does too. He was saying that it's a pretty good game. Yeah, that's what I've heard, Zach. Yeah, I've heard it's good. Will I play Angler later? Probably not, because I got a video releasing in 1 hour and 14 minutes. And I don't want to do a stream right after a video release, or else it makes the video not do as well, because everybody will be watching the stream instead. However, if Nate is going to play some games later, I might see if he wants to do like some Tarkov. That way I can stream on the second channel. Like I can do a stream on my second channel. I just don't want to do a stream too close to a video on the main channel. What do I think about Way of the Hunter? I think it's a really good game that needs a few more updates before I'll be able to play it super consistently. The last update was a great step in the right direction, adding in the Africa map. It really, it held my interest for longer than I expected it to. And they're coming out with a weapon pack soon. So I got high hopes for Way of the Hunter. I think really the only thing Way of the Hunter is lacking is like non-typical antlers. If they add in non-typical antlers and like some more rare fur types, Way of the Hunter will easily be a game that will be here for years to come. Gosh, dude, where's all the 9s? So you guys are going to see it in the video tonight, but I had the most insane streak of so many 9s popping up so fast. It was like every run there was a diamond or 2. And now that I'm streaming, we're on such a dead streak. There's been no diamonds at all today. And we've killed like 70 red deer. I don't get why we're on such a bad streak. I feel like that just means we've got to have some diamonds coming soon. We're on such a bad streak of not getting anything. What do you guys think? How many kills till we get a diamond to show up? And how many kills till a great one? When do you think we'll get the great one? Oh my gosh. TTK, I love that they allow you to choose the length of a timeout now. It was unfortunate how it used to be like only 10-minute timeouts. Now you can do 10-second timeouts to mess with your friends. It's hilarious. Huh? Hello? You. This is probably the one I need to shoot. Or is this the 5? This might be the 5. Oh, hey, that's the 5. There's just 2 5s. That's the one. That's the solo over there. That's the solo over there. I remember that estimate. This guy's from the herd. I swear if that was the solo, I'm gonna be so sad, man. Oh, that would suck if that's the solo. You think 20 kills still the great one? Maybe. I hope so, dude. Maybe that's why we're on such a dry streak. Maybe the next big thing we'll get will be a great one. What would my reaction be like if you got an ultra rare? I don't know. Be kind of crazy, I can tell you that, because that is the rarest thing in the game. The odds of getting that are so low. Nice, Reznov. Yeah, it's a good game. See, that wouldn't work for me, Reznov, because I reset the time so much and I main menu all the time. And when you're in multiplayer, that type of stuff is not very viable. Like, I'd just be spending too much time waiting for them to not be spooked anymore. Well, how many kills have you had since your last one, Adam? Because if you're not doing herd management, you'll get diamonds usually like every 100 to 150 kills, and rares will be about 1 in 300 kills. With HM, rares will still be 1 in 300 because HM does not affect rares. Oh. Mythical. Wow, dude, no diamonds. And diamonds can be a lot more common if you're doing herd management like I am. Right now, we're getting one approximately every 25 kills because of herd management. Holy crap. That dude just hit a tree as we shot him. Jeez. You think it's going to be 24 till the next diamond, 443 till the great one? You see, I think that's plausible. That sounds pretty accurate. Because that would mean we would get our great one at like 2,473-ish. That sounds about right. That's kind of in line with most of my grinds. It'd honestly be a little bit faster than most of my red deer grinds. Smacked him right in the lung. Just absolutely smacked him. Is there a pattern to my streams? Like a specific stream schedule? Not as much as there used to be. I used to have a more set schedule. The only thing that you can guarantee with my streams is that I will not stream on here on Wednesday or Saturday unless it's like a bonus stream. But every other day I typically will stream. And usually the streams will start between like 1 and 3 p.m. Pacific Standard Time, somewhere in that range. However, oh, there's a diamond, finally. Oh my gosh. However, sometimes I'll do the stream on my second channel. So if there's a day that's missing a stream, I probably did a stream on the second channel. If not, I will send out a notification telling everybody that I'm not streaming. Usually I try to send out notifs if I'm going to miss a day. You know what? I don't even care. We got the 9. That's all that matters. I know, right, Zachy? There's our 9 right there. Please be our first diamond of the day. Please, please, please. Ultra rare is a great one with a rare fur type. Only whitetail can have it. You used to be able to get it from moose, but I'm pretty sure they removed it because in an update, because a lot of the community was complaining about the fact that the fabled furs were not guaranteed. They made it so the fabled furs were guaranteed, and I'm pretty sure that removed albino, the potential for an albino great one, or a Mela great one, or a piebald great one. Obviously, it's not confirmed, but I'd say it's pretty safe to say that they're not a thing anymore, or else a cheater would have got one by now. Usually, if it's a possibility, we would have seen a cheater post one. Yeah, it's an interesting rack, Onion. It's definitely an interesting one. I don't mind it as much as I used to, but I used to hate it too. Now I've kind of learned to appreciate it, just kind of through grinding a lot of red deer. I'll tell you one thing, getting a super rare with that rack is amazing. I agree 100%, Nick. Like, I don't understand how some people are able to mod the game or cheat and still enjoy it. I just feel like that would take the fun out of every cool trophy that you could possibly get. Because for me, the whole thing that makes it enjoyable to grind is the big burst of adrenaline you get when a great one or a super rare spawns. Like, I don't see how anybody could, like, have their heart racing and their hands shaking for a trophy if they just modded them in. Like, makes no sense to me. I'll never understand it, but it is what it is. Can't change it, so we just gotta deal with it. Hello, red deer. What are you? That's a 6? Are you kidding me? That's a 6? That doesn't look like a 6. That's the smallest 6 I've ever seen. Have you guys ever seen a 6 that size? That's a level 5 rack. That is a level 5 rack normally. I don't think I've ever seen a 6 with that rack. That's actually crazy. Herd management explanation. Leaving small levels, killing high levels, to the point where you get so many small levels that the map tries to compensate by spawning more high levels. That's the quick rundown of it. Essentially, the more low levels you get on your map, the more diamonds you'll get from the remaining higher levels. So like for this red deer grind, the goal would be to get 70% of your population of male red deer to be level 4 or lower, and that would make it so the remaining like 30% would respawn as 9s a lot more often, to the point where you would get a diamond like every 15 to 20 kills. I don't have my herd management to that point yet, but we're getting a diamond like every 25 kills. which I think that would mean we probably have half of ours managed down to 4 and below or around that range. But that's the quick rundown of herd management. And also for anybody that isn't aware, it is a method that is known by the developers, and they 100% support people's ability to play that way. Because there used to be a discussion around whether it was an exploit or not, and the developers have said a couple different occasions now that it is not, and that they're fine with people playing like that. Hey, JC. Hope you're doing good. Hope you're doing super, super good. Boop. Beautiful. Bird management. Oh, gosh. Trying to manage birds would be rough. I'm curious if anybody has ever herd managed a bird species. I would be curious to see if anybody has, and I'd like to know how it went, if anybody has ever herd managed a bird. That'd be so interesting. Yeah, no problem, James. Always happy to help, man. Always happy to help. So many red deer going down. We love to see it. Average great one fallow kill count. It kind of depends from person to person. Obviously, some people are going to have better luck than others, but on average, across the whole community, I'd say you typically see great one fallow spawning between 500 and 1,500 kills. Obviously, there's going to be a lot of grinds that take longer. There's going to be grinds that are shorter. It really just depends on your luck at the end of the day. But usually I've seen fallow going 500 to 1,500. It's definitely the one that most commonly will be sub 1,500. Aside from maybe moose. Moose are usually a fast one as well. I've got quite a few videos explaining it, Adam. You could also rewind the stream a little bit if you want to hear the explanation again. I don't want to have to repeat all of it again. 2,300 for your 6th fallow. Yeah, I had a couple of grinds for fallow that were around 2,000. So you definitely get some long grinds here and there. Which is why I try to, like, really, I try to mention every single time that you're not guaranteed to get short grinds. Like, there's gonna be long grinds here and there. Any tips for leveling up quickly? I'm level 14-ish, but really would like to get my perks and skill tree filled out. I mean, the best way is to just shoot everything in sight. You could maybe... I'd say another good way is doing missions. Do missions and then shoot everything that you see along the way while doing the missions. You're gonna get XP and money from doing the missions, and you also get XP and money from shooting stuff along the way. Alternatively, there is specific grinds that you can do to get a lot of money in XP, but a lot of times it requires you to have tents. And if you're level 14, I imagine you probably don't have enough money to buy all of the tents needed for a grind. I do have a lot of different guides on the channel that talk about specific grinding methods and stuff, so definitely something I would check out if you haven't. I've got a guides playlist as well as a herd management guides playlist. Both include a lot of, like, helpful stuff. I do have a couple, like, beginner series as well, where I started a fresh account and re-leveled it up. That might be something that would interest you as well. And I think I have a playlist for that as well. Don't we have a command for the beginner's playthrough? if one of the moderators or members could do it. I think it's like !beginner or something like that. If I'm not mistaken. Hey, Mr. Mythical. There we go. Oh, Caitlin. While you're here, would you be able to send Nate a message and ask him if he would be willing to play a little bit of Tarkov later today, since he wasn't able to join us this morning? I don't know if he's busy or not, but if he's not, that'd be amazing if you could ask him that. Do I have any Medved moose grind guides? I don't know if I ever made one. I don't think I ever made a moose guide for Medved because the map is really hard to like... It's really hard to figure out something that's going to be the same for everybody. The thing about moose on Medved is essentially I can give you a guide right now. Set the time to their drink time and check every single bit of water and ice on that map because moose cover the entire map on Medved and they have over 130 possible zones. Like, you're gonna have 130 plus zones for moose on Medved. That's essentially the quick guide. Just search the whole map during their drink time because otherwise you're probably not gonna find them all. Just go through the whole map. And if you're doing a... what's it called? If you're doing a herd management grind for moose, just shoot level 3s and above, leave level 2s and 1s. And there you go, that's your moose guide for Medved. I wish they weren't across the whole map. Then I could actually make like a more helpful guide, but yeah, moose are everywhere on Medved. Which is kind of why I'm not doing Medved grinding anymore. That and the fact that my moose got weird on that map. Thank you, Sir Dagger. I'm glad that you enjoy the content. You smell the great one? Maybe. Maybe. Ma'am, do not hit me. You're heat-seeking me. No. Dude, she locked on. She locked on, smelled blood, went straight for me. Tried to run me over. Oh, you think it's gonna be max weight, Snakey? Maybe. I've never had a max weight red deer. Great one. In fact, I've never killed a max weight great one. I've never killed a max weight great one. I've had a max score great one bear. My only great one bear ever was max score, so that's the closest I've had to like a fully max great one. But it wasn't max weight. It was just barely below max weight. So even with that max score great one bear, I still didn't hit max weight. Turned into the deer rut. Yeah, pretty much. She just went straight up and charged me. Got that right there. Yeah, Tyler, I guess depending on how you look at it, it could be classified as more quality-based, because, like, it depends on if you believe that herd management affects great ones or not. If you believe that great ones are affected by herd management, then technically quality would mean better stuff out of your grind than quantity would. But I guess it's all dependent on whether or not you think it affects them. The more that I've grinded, the more I think that it does affect some for sure, and others are a little more questionable still. But I definitely think that with fallow deer, it seems to affect them. So technically, quality over quantity would get you more great ones in that sense. Any Mela is rare, ain't it? Yes, I think the most common Mela is European Rabbit, though. I heard somebody tell me that they made those, like, properly rare, though, so who knows? Maybe that is a fully rare thing now. Because I know it used to be a pretty common Mela to find. But I definitely haven't seen many people posting them recently, so maybe they fixed that. Does HM affect the level or score? Oh, definitely. It will give you a lot more high levels, like level 9s and stuff for red deer. I'm going to use red deer as the example. If you're doing herd management, you're going to get a lot more diamonds. And they're going to be max weight more often as well. Because the game's attempting to compensate for the mass amount of low levels on the map. And so the remaining ones that you're shooting will more commonly be diamond, and they'll more commonly be max weight diamonds. And as for whether or not it, like, affects great ones, it's still a very debated topic. A lot of people believe that it does. A lot believe that it doesn't. I'm in the middle. I think it affects some for sure. And then there's some where I still don't think it's 100% proven that it does. Like for red deer, I mean, we've been herd managing our red deer. We're at 2,000 kills already. I've herd managed red deer pretty heavily in the past and had awful luck as well. The red deer I'm still on the fence about. Bears, I think if you herd manage them super heavily, it seems to affect the great ones from what I've seen. But I don't think I have my herd management nearly far enough along for the bears. But I've seen some people that take it to the extreme, and they get great ones very often for the bears. Like, I buy premiums. One of his friends that does a lot of grinding seems to get them sub 100 kills very often. Oh, got you, Tyler. So, hold on, let me try to think about what you mean. Are you saying similar, kind of similar to how Way of the Hunter's, like, genetics system works? Like, having, like, better genetics would mean that you get, like, better stuff. So are you saying, like, depending on what you shoot and call the wild, you wish that it would, like, give you, like, a better great one? So it's not so much about grind until you get the one that you want, but more about, like, you shoot, you have, like, the better quality animals taken down, and that would mean that you have better chances of getting a higher quality great one? Is that what you're saying, or am I misrepresenting that? That'd be an interesting thing. It's primarily just going to be the animals that have collars, JC. However, it does seem like it'll work for crocs and alligators, so that's a couple that normally can't be called. Yeah, that could definitely be cool, Tyler. That could be cool. I think the closest thing to what you're saying is, I definitely have noticed, and this could be pure coincidence, but it feels like, for fallow deer at least, when you're doing herd management, you get a lot less of the blade rack and lower weight estimate great one fallow. Because the great one fallow has two different weight estimates, and typically the blade rack is the lower weight estimate. And I've noticed that the people that are not doing herd management for fallow tend to get a lot more blade racks that are the lower weight estimate. And the people that are doing it, like myself, struggle to get the blade rack with the lower weight estimate. It could just be complete coincidence. Obviously, we don't have a super big data pool for that. But it is something that I noticed is kind of interesting. So maybe in that way it does affect, like, the quality of it. There's probably nothing to it, but a cool thing to think about. The possibility of it maybe affecting, like, what rack you get with your great one and what weight it is. Unfortunately, I don't think we'll ever know if that's a thing or not. Okay, the other one's over here. Yeah, Tyler, for sure, dude, for sure. Yeah, it'd be cool if they had that type of system in it. It would definitely be cool if, like, you could selectively choose, like, what you're shooting to have that chance of getting, like, the prime deer to come back as a respawn. That would be kind of cool. Imagine, like, you pick and choose, like, the right stuff to shoot. You do it, like, as perfect as you possibly can, and then you get an ultra rare to spawn because of it. That would be so sick. Like, you did everything right, and you see, like, an albino great one whitetail or something. That'd be a cool feeling. That definitely would be. But I think they'd have to create a new game to do something like that, to be honest. Still on a dry streak for diamonds. We got 1 diamond so far this stream. Definitely low compared to what we normally get. We're definitely way below average right now. It's going good, LG. I hope you're doing good, man. There we go. Nice, Caitlin, nice. You know what's hilarious? This morning when I was just chilling with CJO, I was finishing up my thumbnail and stuff for the video that's going live in like 45 minutes. And CJO was just waiting for me to get done with that so that we could play Tarkov. And while I'm getting that done, he's like, I just found myself shooting fallow deer. I've done like 3 runs. He's like, I just couldn't avoid it. I had to go shoot some fallow deer. I just wanted to. He's got the fallow deer itch again. Nice, Braden, nice. That's a long grind, man. Holy. Oh yeah, the fallow are definitely quite easy to get a bunch of kills on. They're a lot of fun. I like the fallow. Yeah, I don't know if Way of the Hunter will ever add like a Great One equivalent, Reznov. I don't know if that's something they want to do. I think they definitely have to eventually add in non-typicals. Like, non-typicals I think would fit the game so well. And they'd be one of only a few hunting games that have ever added them in, which would make the game stand out a lot. Ooh, smoked him. A 4. Oh, man. Boop. Don't need a new 4 there. Yeah, in Call of the Wild, the only non-typicals we have are some of the great ones. I'd love to see them just add a non-typical system in, though. Like, just give us non-typicals. It would make it so there'd be more to look for. Like, maybe make a non-typical spawn kind of in between the frequency of, like, a rare and a diamond. Like, maybe make it so a non-typical is, like, a 1 in 200 chance of spawning. Because rares seem to be around, like, a 1 in 300 or something like that. Obviously, we don't know the exact numbers, but it seems to be about there. So I would love to see non-typicals get added and have them be like the middle ground of a rare and a diamond. Or even like the same frequency of a rare would be nice. Just give us something else to look for, you know? You want an elk? Great one. That'd be amazing. That'd be so good. Nice, Noah. Nice. Love to see it, dude. Love to see it. We got 1 diamond so far, Texan boy. 1 diamond, like 2 or 3 trolls. Been kind of a slow day for red deer. We probably won't do a crocodile grind until I get done with the red deer grinding here on Emerald. I don't want to take all my tents down yet. You want to see a pig great one? That would be pretty sick, especially if it was like a wild boar one. We could have like a hogzilla. Hey, there's a 9. Finally another legendary. Let's go. It's a wonky feller as well. Nice, we got them both. How can I make my HM better? More low levels. I've got a full HM fallow guide in my my herd management guides playlist. Let's go, guys. Another diamond, finally. Oh, also, I don't know if you replied to me or not, Caitlin. I forgot to look at the chat after I asked you to message Nate. I completely forgot to check to see if you answer. What's the most great ones I've ever gotten one day? 1. I've never had 2 in the same day. Technically, I did have 2 spawn in the same day once, but I didn't find the second one until the next day when we started up our live stream. And that was on the whitetail grind. So technically, I have had 2 whitetail spawn in the same day, but I didn't shoot the other one till the next day. Nice, Metal Man. That's awesome, dude. That's super awesome. Oh, gotcha, Caitlin. Gotcha. Oh, wasn't he going to do some recording for fishing? Isn't that what he was going to do? Maybe I'm wrong, but I think I do remember him talking about that now. I'm going to leave that 4 for now. Let's leave that 4. Where did he go? There it is. There he is. What great one do I want next? I personally would like to see probably an elk or a mule deer, or a black-tailed deer, lion, Cape buffalo. That's some of my top ones for a great one. Rooster deer is also something I'd like to see, but I don't think that one would be very popular. I don't see a lot of people taking interest in rooster deer, even though I absolutely love them. What's my favorite grind? I would say my favorite grind has to be either the Tiawaroa fallow deer grind or the Leighton Lakes whitetail grind. Those are the two that I have definitely had the most fun on. Though this red deer grind right here on Emerald has been a lot of fun as well. I'd say this is definitely top 3. This is probably number 3 for me. But yeah, I think Tiawaroa fallow has been the most enjoyable. Though, I got, at the same time, maybe whitetail's the most enjoyable for me. I mean, I've got, like, what, 27,000 kills on Leighton Lakes for whitetail deer? Well, not 27,000 on Leighton, but I have killed 27,000 whitetail across all of our grinds. Or maybe it's, wait, no, not 27,000. What am I talking about? It's like 37,000. Let me go look. Yeah, I've killed 37,066 whitetail deer on our grinds. And about approximately 27,000 of them were on Leighton Lakes. So I guess that's probably been, if I was able to go that long and I still am not tired of them, I'd say that has to be the most enjoyable one for me. Because I'm definitely not done with whitetail. I'll go back and do that grind again at some point. How many kills this stream? We've definitely killed over 100. I think we've killed like 120 approximately. Yeah, Zachy. So you want me to hunt moose again, but you want me to suffer this time, in other words. Okay, I see how it is. I see how it is. You just want me to feel the pain of how your grind has gone, eh? R.I.P. Zachy's moose grind. How many kills this grind? 2,069. What was my fastest grind? My fastest grind ever was an 80 kill whitetail grind. That is the fastest I have ever had a great one spawn. Was 80 kills, which is crazy. Two, oh, 3. What DLC is the gun that you're using? The gun that I'm using is from the Hunter Power Pack. It's the 338 bolt action. 4,000 in on the red deer grind. Holy crap. Hopefully you get it soon, man. That's rough. Oh my gosh, we shot this zone down to all 4s. This zone is all 4s now. Gosh, do we... Guess we just leave it? I guess we just leave that. Holy, that's insane. Oh, no worries, Caitlin, no worries. What is the easiest great one to get? Probably the fallow deer. Now, keep in mind, no great one is really easy. Some are just like a little easier than others. We had left an extra 4 here. Now that we have that 4 show up in this zone, I think I'll just leave that and shoot the 4 that we were saving here. Wow. You tent-taking red deer. So rude. Okay, Hunter, move, bro. Move! That freaking red deer, dude, just taking our tent out like it's nothing. So rude. So unbelievably rude. Hey, Drift, how's it going? 3,532 kills into my first fallow grind. Been going for 3 months. Jeez, Noah, that's crazy, dude. That's very unlucky. Hopefully you'll get him soon, man. Thank you, Carson. I appreciate that, dude. Much appreciated. Two down. Let's go. Hey, Kraken, how's it going? Oh. There he is. Nice, dude. Yeah, it's going pretty good for me as well. Doing good. What's the next animal I want to see in Call of the Wild? The Pierre David's deer. That is my most wanted animal. By far. Tips to keep yourself motivated on a grind? For me, like, the big thing is just remembering the feeling of, like, getting the great one to spawn. Though, from the sounds of your comment, I imagine that you still haven't got your first great one and you're trying to get your first great one. Have a lot of side goals. Don't just have the great one as your only goal. Have a goal of, like, getting a specific rare fur type, or trying to get, like, a high-level rare fur type, or trying to get a super rare, or trying to get a diamond with a specific rack or a specific score. Like, having little side goals like that is great. The other thing that I would also recommend, and obviously I know this is not for everybody, but starting up, like, a channel and making videos of your grinds and stuff like that, it helps with motivation a lot, because then you're not just making it for yourself, but you're also grinding for other people as well. You're grinding to make content for your viewers. And even back when I first started doing streaming and videos, just having like 2 or 3 people that were watching the streams and watching the videos and wanted to see what I was doing, that motivated me to just grind harder and harder and try to make as much content as I could. And so I would recommend that maybe just start like a casual little YouTube channel thing with your grind. It can really make it a lot more fun if you got a couple people watching. Like, even if it's just a couple people watching, it makes everything more enjoyable. At least that's how it's been for me. From the very beginning, I knew that this was like something that I would love no matter what, no matter how many people were watching. Anyway, guys, I think we're probably going to go ahead and end the stream there, because it's less than half an hour till the video goes live. Want to get this stream finished so that I can get ready to reply to comments and stuff when the video goes live in 30 minutes, or 28 minutes now. So be ready to see the video that we got going. It's gonna be a crazy one. Now, obviously, it's not a super rare or as crazy as the mythical Mela that we got, but we had probably the craziest streak of trophies show up during this video. So many trophies in such a small amount of time. And our biggest stag of the grind. So stay tuned for the video going live in 27 minutes. It's going to be a banger. Thank you all for watching, and I will see you all in the next one. Peace!